Are y'all ready for this realistic pantry organizational video? Are you ready to see this messy pantry turned back into a tidy, functional, pretty space again? If so, you are in the right place. I am taking my parents' messy pantry and making it so functional, using only the things they had in their pantry and a handful of bins from the Dollar Tree. That is it, and we just get this looking so much better, freshen it up, and it is functioning so great for them. They absolutely love it. So if you are here for all the pantry motivation and you want to see me transform their pantry, hit that like button and we're going to dive on in. Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is not at my home, if you are noticing. I am at my parents' house and I wanted to help them do their pantry. My mom is like me and she loves to refresh her pantry at least once a year, if not maybe twice. And this year she was getting ready to redo her pantry and I said, let me do it. My subscribers, they love pantry videos and pantry organization, and how fun would that be to show you guys a different space and how I organize it. So that is what I'm going to be doing today, is diving into my parents' pantry. As you will see, it's a good sized pantry, but it's not huge, because I can walk in here and this is, you got space to move around. This pantry is just a totally different layout, so I'm really excited to come in here and see what we can do. I'm going to pull everything out except the spices. I think I will probably just wipe down the spices and maybe reorganize them. My mom and dad have ways that they like things and where they want them, so I'm going to try to do my very best to kind of leave things where I know they know where they're at, but also just kind of freshen it up. I'm going to clean it out. And then I went to the Dollar Tree and picked up just a couple of things that I may or may not use. If I don't, I'll take them back. But I just grabbed a handful of things at the Dollar Tree. That's right. You don't have to go to the Container Store. You don't have to go even to Walmart, although Walmart has some better organizational things, just a little bit pricier. But I thought, let's start at the Dollar Tree and see what I can do. So I will show you what I got, and then I will see if they work in this space, and they may not. I did not get very many things at all, but my mom said, grab a few things if you think it'll help. So let's go ahead and just dive right on in. All right, first things first, I just wanted to show you what I got at the Dollar Tree. I got this little basket. My vision for this was to possibly replace, she's got this basket for potatoes and things like that, and as you can see, it is broken. So I am hoping maybe this might replace it. This was $3, so they've got a little bit more expensive stuff at the Dollar Tree now. But this reminds me of some of the things that they have at Walmart and Target, and it feels like decent quality, so I grabbed that. I saw these organizer little trays. I got two of these. I don't know exactly what I may use these for, but I grabbed them just in case. And then I got, these were a 2-pack, and I grabbed these. I thought these might be good for holding stuff as well. So I got 2 of those. And then I got 3 of these baskets. These also remind me of the ones from Target and Walmart. And these were $3. So I got 3 of these. I'm thinking like containing bags of chips or something like that. And then I knew my mom, she does like I do, and she uses these little shoe shoebox organizers, and she likes things to be coordinated like we all do. And so I tried to get just a couple more of these. I got 4 of these little things from the Dollar Tree as well. They came with the lids. Doubt I will be using the lids, but like I said, if they don't work, we'll take them back. But I was pretty impressed, and they were pretty stocked right now. So I don't know about the Dollar Tree in your area. Also, side note, if you need Easter stuff, head there now. My town was stocked and ready to go for Easter, so I grabbed a couple of things for my kids as well. They have this really tall pantry, so I'm just kind of looking at what everything is, but I am just going to start pulling things out and kind of see. I know the stuff that's up high they don't use as much, so I'm going to have to obviously get a ladder. And what I'm thinking I might do is clear off those 2 shelves, clean them, and put a lot of that stuff right back where it is, and then focus down here where they have most of their things that they use every single day. And then the spice cabinet, or the spice rack. All right, let's get going. Since I didn't do a lot of decluttering up in this area because I didn't know if my parents were going to use these things or wanted them, I just tried to tidy it up and make it look nice, but I didn't want to declutter anything that I wasn't sure about. So I just, when in doubt, I kept it and put it back, but I just tried to make the spaces look as clean and tidy and as functional as possible. Alright, as I am getting further into this, and I just know my parents being creatures of habit, which understandable, we all know where things are, I'm getting nervous to do all the shelves at one time because there's a lot out right here just on that shelf, or if I clean off one shelf and then put it back. So I'm sitting here debating that right now. I'm going to go ahead and wipe down the shelf, and then I'm trying to decide if I go ahead and clean everything out all at one time, or if I go shelf by shelf and then just reorganize as I pull everything off the shelf, which might be better for this particular situation. And that is, when you start helping other people, you have to adapt what you typically do and adjust to, because you want them ultimately to be happy with your organization. So I'm just wondering with my parents if it might not be better to go shelf by shelf, clean, put it all back, and just reorganize it. I think that's what I'm going to do. This little cordless, chargeable, handheld vacuum with a light on the end of it was so great to use in this space. I will leave it linked in the description box below in case you are looking for something like this. I had been wanting one like this, and I found it on Amazon, and it made cleaning this space and these shelves so easy.
We're spreading color around us. We're lighting up the sky, it's what we do. We shouldn't care.
is kind of what we're looking at here, and it's a lot of stuff. So that's why I'm thinking, I don't know that it's the best idea to then pull out everything else in here. So I think I'm going to go through this stuff, wipe down these little Lazy Susans, and then put everything back in.
Try to express yourself in your own way, and we could have some fun. No problems coming in our way. I would like you just the way you are, and you would like me just the way I am, and I would like you just the way you are, the way you are. Oh. Keep on doing what you do, doing what you do. Just keep on doing what you do, doing what you do, doing what you do, what you do, doing what you do. Do what you like to, what you like to do, do what you like to, what you like to, what you like to do. We shouldn't care about anyone or anything that brings us down. We shouldn't care about anyone who brings us down. Doing what you do, doing what you do. Just keep on doing what you do, doing what you do, doing what you do, what you do, doing what you do. Do what you like to, what you like to do, do what you like, do what you like to, what you like to do. Just keep on doing what you do, doing what you do. Let me feel your love again. 'Cause I've been running round in circles, screaming out your name. Take me to a different place. Just the two of us, and we can stay up all night, kissing under streetlights, doing what we want to, doing what we need to do. Staying up all night, everything is alright. Oh, I wanna be with you. Oh, I wanna be with you. Let me be that someone who can hold your hand. I don't even know if you can understand how you make me feel. I got you in my head. Oh, I wanna be with you. Oh, I wanna be with you. Let me be that someone who can hold your hand. I don't even know if you can understand how you make me feel. I got you in my head. Oh, I wanna be with you. Oh, I wanna be with you. All that time away from you, I didn't think I'd make it without you by my side. Let me feel your love again. Just the two of us, and we could stay up all night, kissing under streetlights, doing what we want to, doing what we need to do. Staying up all night, everything is alright. Oh, I wanna be with you. Oh, I wanna be with you. Let me be that someone who can hold your hand. I don't even know if you can understand how you make me feel. I got you in my
I think the drink tea section gave me one of the hardest times. I just was trying to figure out how to make it work. I didn't want to get rid of too many boxes, but there was some boxes, there was only a couple of teas left in it, so I was trying to make it work, and I know there were certain teas that my mom and dad use and wanted them where they could see them. I just didn't want to throw them off, but I was trying to figure out how to configure all of these teas, because you saw in the beginning, I mean, the teas were going halfway up that wall, so I was just trying to make this look better. I finally found a way that worked, I think, really good, and I had everything grouped properly, but it definitely gave me a fit trying to figure out how to configure the teas and the little drink mixes and stuff. But we finally found a way that worked, and I think my parents were very pleased with it. And that's one thing I want to encourage you with pantry organization, or any organization in general, is don't be afraid to play with things, switch them around, try it out. I would put things places and then go and do another shelf, and then come back and be like, no, this needs to go here. So don't be afraid to rearrange things. Just because you set it in one place does not mean that's where it needs to be permanently. Move things around as you see it work better. Sometimes it's good to leave something, leave it where it is, think about it, get away from it, go to a different space, and then come back to it and revisit it. But don't be afraid to play around with organization. I think it's a great reminder to, even if you don't need to go into your pantry and completely rehaul it or reorganize it, it is good to always go in periodically and wipe things down. As you're seeing here, things get dusty and dirty and they just get used, and little grandbaby hands and everybody's hands, and people are constantly in and out of the pantry besides just yourself, and things spill and things get sticky and grimy. Like this spot here, I think that was a rust stain that I could not get up from a can, and it's just good to go in periodically and wipe down your shelves and your walls and everything and just freshen up a space. It's amazing what a good just wipe down and clean out will do. So this is a good reminder, even if you don't need to reorganize or do an overhaul, go in and wipe your shelves down and just make it feel nice and clean and fresh again. It will do wonders for a space.
I don't think we got enough time to sort out all the fights, to sort out all the lies. Oh baby, yeah. There was a part of me that knew that, and still I'm caught by surprise. I thought you'd always be mine. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby going down, 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 down. Baby going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat. Yeah, we keep moving like the river goes. Baby going down, 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 down. Yeah. And I thought, it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure. I just thought I should let you know. Yeah, now, no words, no more, no. I got so high on a low. That's when I love you the most. Now I thought I should let you know. Yeah, now, no words, no more, no. I really thought we had it covered.
I didn't have a whole lot of expectations going into this pantry project. I knew what my parents' pantry looked like, and I just wanted to kind of tidy it up and make it look a little more in order, but there was one thing for sure I knew I wanted to do. I had noticed they had cans in like 3 or 4 different locations on 3 or 4 different little shelves. So I did want to have one centralized location for their canned goods so they knew exactly what canned goods they had, because I think I unveiled things that they didn't even know they had in their pantry because they were all over the place. So that's another little tip, is definitely have a location for your canned goods that's all together so that you always know what you have and what you need to stock up on.
The most. Now I thought I should let you know. Yeah, now, no words, no more. We're done now. No words, no more. We're done now. No words, no more. We're done now. No words, no more. No, no. We're done now. No words, no more. We're done now. No words, no more. We're done now. No words, no more. No, no. Yeah. There's no passion in the comatose.
This section right here was definitely a trouble area in my parents' pantry, and I still think it needs some further decluttering, but without having them there to tell me what to get rid of and what to keep, I didn't want to get rid of too many things. So what I did was I kept everything out that I knew. I knew they used a lot of balsamic vinegar and their dressings and olive oils and things like that, but anything that had never been opened or was double of something, I put down in the basket for overflow, and then just let them know y'all may want to further go through this because there was just a lot. There's still a lot out, but again, I didn't want to declutter anything that they might have used, so I just went on the conservative side since they were not there telling me what to get rid of and what to keep. We are getting closer to the fun part now. I finally have gotten everything cleared off and wiped down, and then I was coming back through. My mom has gotten one of these Tenco iFloor 2s, so those things are amazing. I talk about them all the time. So I was getting their floor nice and cleaned up, and then the fun part begins of getting everything back in the pantry and in working order, and just kind of playing Tetris and working it around and seeing what works and what doesn't, and just making it look good, nice, and functional. This is always my favorite part, is getting everything cleaned up, but then I love the organizational part of putting everything back and making it work for the space.
in the moment, moment. And don't go wait until the morning, morning. You never know when it is over, over. All that I know is we'll get older, older. So let us dance this night away. Our bodies move to the groove and the light that flickers. We get lost in the crowd, it's getting thicker. We get away from the drinks and chatter. Haven't said a word, but it doesn't matter. Feel the air get thinner. I'm standing in a blurry dream. No one else can see us. Live your life within the moment, moment. And don't go wait until the morning, morning. You never know when it is over, over. All that I know is we'll get older, older. So let us dance this night away. Feel the air get thinner. I'm standing in a blurry dream. No one else can see us. So let us dance this night away.
All right, there you have it, friends. This is the final product. It is not, perfect home edit things. I say that a lot. I love doing pantries that are practical, organized, and functional for the person using them. And so I did not go all out and go crazy. I cleaned everything out. I didn't want to get rid of anything I knew my parents might want or need later on. So I was very conservative with what I did in this pantry. So up top, I pretty much cleaned it out, wiped it down, and left everything. And then I just kind of reorganized things and pulled things from the back to the front. I went through all of their vitamins and I just wiped down the Lazy Susans and put everything back in place. I tried my best to put everything back. I took pictures and looked back over it, put everything back the way it was. The teas were like stacked all the way up. And so I put those down into little bins and organized them, and there was a couple of boxes that had just a couple of things left in them. So I tried to use some of these Dollar Tree totes for organizing that kind of stuff. And these were more like immunity, wellness type stuff. Anything I knew that my parents used, I tried to put towards the front. And then I stacked things back where they were if there was stacks of things. I wanted this to be very functional for them, but just clean and tidy. And then I just took a lot of this stuff out of the bags and put them in that little 3-tier tray. And then anything I knew they probably didn't use a lot, I pushed towards the back. Down here, I just pulled things out of boxes. Again, this was like little things for grab and go for my mom's purse or anything like that. Wet ones, mint, gum, the little picks in the back, little floss picks. So this was kind of like grab and go right here, easy accessible. These are more snacks, all the snacky food for my parents and when my kids come over and stuff. So I just this made sense to me. Snacks right here. My dad's, his nuts, I wanted those accessible because I know he likes to snack on those. So I just pulled things out of boxes and put them here where they could kind of see them a little bit better and see what they have. And then this is where I reorganized. I think their cans, they had a couple of cans here, a couple cans here, and a couple down here. So I brought all of their cans together. I pulled out some cranberries and put those in that. And then just kind of grouped their cans. They did not have just a ton of canned goods, but it was all over the place. So I grouped the cans together, and then I tried to do like I did in my own pantry, like beans, vegetables, meats, soups and things like that all the way across. And that way they can kind of just see right here everything they have, and it's all in their eyes view. Then I moved down here, and this is where I just decluttered a little bit. Everything is still here, but I just moved it. Anything I knew they probably used as best I could remember, I put right here front and center. So this is all of their oils, vinegar, oils, any sauces that they had. They had stuff here and down here, so I just, anything that was unopened and that I didn't think they used, kind of from what I know, I put down here in an overflow. So all they have to do, things that they don't use as much, they're all down here. So that was just kind of an overflow. Some of this stuff was not even opened, but I just put that down there for them, easy for them to pull out. And then there was only 2 things of chips, so I originally had them in a tote like this, but there was only 2 bags of them, so this made more sense. There was an empty space right here, and then kind of their rice and some of their instant things here, cereal, breakfast, all of that stuff down through here, cereals, breakfast, and then some supplement type things right here that I knew was right here before, so I kind of tried to just put it back. Then moving down, this was just kind of random stuff. This was kind of a random shelf, so there was toothpicks and a couple of little mints and matches and ties for bread and stuff like that. Little, almost kind of like a little party supply thing. I put it all in one tote. Same thing here, napkins and chip clips. I just combined them all. This was all of their sugars. And then they've got a couple of Jellos and things that I don't think they use a lot, but they're right there, sugars and Jello. And then this is just how it was. These are little mixes and things that my mom had. Mixes right there. That was how they were. I left them. Same thing with beans. And same thing with these are some more mixes and things. And then I just grouped their pasta together. They had several different types of pasta. There was one box that was almost gone, so I just put it in this jar. And then I know they use the popcorn a lot, so I put it there. Then moving down, this is again overflow stuff that was just on the floor. I put it in this basket that my mom already had. And they've got their trash bags and Ziplocs and things like that. Easy accessible. You just have to pull the basket out. And then the same thing here. Overflow stuff, coffee, protein powders, extra rice, vinegar, just things that were overflow, just on the ground. I put them in these little totes so they can just pull them out, get what they need, and it's not just all over the floor. I just went through and wiped their spice rack down and pretty much put everything back. And now it is just all nice, tidy, organized, and refreshed. And there you have it, friends. We tackled my parents' pantry. Another pantry organized, tidy, and in great order. If you liked today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. It helps me out so much, and it doesn't cost you a thing. And if you need more motivation, I'm going to leave you with my pantry playlist here at the end. So click in that and keep on watching and getting more motivation. And until next week, friends, take care.